looks like we're live here, guys. Cool. I'm just sitting here trimming a bud. It's purple. This is a Girl Scout cookie. And I just grabbed a couple buds out of the bin to restock the #1 jar. It was getting a little low. And I thought I would do a live stream. I was watching the election. I was watching the Democrats get slaughtered in Virginia, among other places. I believe they're also getting slaughtered in New Jersey, I believe. Not looking good for the Democrats, man. It's almost as if hey Aaron, it's almost as if Joe Biden is really disappointed some folks, you know? Huh. So confident, so sure of himself. Watch me. He said, watch me. Watch me poop him over there at the Vatican. That's what he said. Watch me poop myself at the Vatican. That's great leadership. Watch me fall asleep at the climate. Watch people fall off of wings of airplanes when I try to exit Afghanistan. Watch me ignore every progressive and independent and popular idea coming out of the left and completely spit in your faces. Watch me call people like Joe Manchin my friend. Hey, Chuckles, McGursky, McGriddle, McGee, what? What's up, son? So good to see ya. Wow. Enoch, yo, brother. I'm just working on this right now. It's going to take me a minute to trim this up and make it look really nice. It's a lot of leaves on it. But once I get this thing trimmed down, I think it's going to look good. A lot of purple, man. Just so much freaking purple. So you guys seen fucking crypto tonight, man? Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Hey, what are you, a pussy, Chuckles? You can't say fuck Joe Biden? Are you a pussy like the rest of those fucking Republican pussies? Hey, dude, join me, Chuckles, in not being a pussy. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Joe Biden. We don't have to say let's go, Brandon. We're not pussies. Right? Thank you. Thank you. You know, Republicans are pussies. They're too much fucking pussies to just say what they're meaning. Hey, man, just say you fucking hate women's rights, man. Just say you hate your daughters and your wives. Just say it, Republicans. We know you do. You know, just say the words, man. Use your fucking words. If you hate Joe Biden, we hate him too. Everybody fucking hates him. He's a douchebag. He's a horrible leader. He's an old man, senile. And someone, you know, needs to take his place. And, you know, it's going to be Donald Trump. Donald Trump's going to be the next president of the United States. Woo! It's got to make you happy, huh? Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, what the fuck did the Democrats think? You think you could lie to America and that they'd forget about you and keep voting for you? Just keep lying to Americans? Doesn't work like that, man. They got sick of it. You promised all kinds of bullshit. You haven't come off any of it. You haven't been able to do anything. And the narrative is that you've done more than Donald Trump. That's just a straight fucking lie. Because you haven't. Now, you might not have agreed with the things that Donald Trump did. But the fact is, Donald Trump did way more than Joe Biden did. I don't agree with anything he did either. But he did a whole bunch of shit. And when you're on the left, you're a shit lib, and you say, Joe Biden's done way more in his 6 months than Donald Trump's done in his entire presidency, well, you're going to lose a lot of folks because you're a fucking liar. What do you expect? Whoa. Hey, Gary, right on, man. You made an order from, on the triage oil. Gary. Thank you, Gary. Got a triage oil in, everybody. Woo. This bud it's got a lot of leaf on it. The thing about these leaves, they're covered with trikes, but they are really, really tight, close up against the bud, unlike any strain I've ever seen. These curl right up against the bud, and you've got to take the scissors and slice the leaf away from the bud to get the chop on it. So that's what I'm struggling with right here. And I know that as much as I've trimmed on this bud, it's just gonna look so leafy no matter what I do. So I'll have to give you the real close-up view to it, after I show it to you from far away. But wait till you see it up close. Now this is the Girl Scout cookie, plant number 1. This is that giant plant that you guys saw growing. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck yeah. You're stuffing up a cone. He said cone, like you're in the UK. Talib from Otsego, Michigan, smoking on some Chronic XL. Right on, Talib. Thank you, bro. Girl Scout cookie. Anyway, let me show you this up close. You might like it. So when you're doing an outdoor grow with spider mites, with you hang the plants upside down by the stem, then all the spider mites, when the plants dry up, they all leave the buds and they climb to the very, very top of the net, or what is actually, if you flip the buds upside down, the bottoms of the stalks. And it's a great way to get rid of a lot of the bugs that might be on your cannabis, to just hang them upside down. And as soon as it dries out, man, the mites leave. They go up looking for new growth. So if you hang them upside down, you fool them, man. Bro, this looks like a tie stick. You mean that shit that's tied to a stick? It looks like tie stick, man. Alright, so this is what I'm saying. Let's smoke some. Because you know what I have. Do you know what I happen to have? Let's go up a little bit higher here. Is my camera zoomed in a little bit or something? No, it's fine. This is what I got. Clean glass. Very, very clean glass. So, this bud is not ready to smoke yet. So, I have to be careful with that number 1 plant, because these buds are all stuck up against each other like that. They're all like pressed up against each other, and they could start molding in between where the buds are touching. I have to make sure I get in there, maybe take off some of the stem and just make sure that they're breathing before, I got to really dry them out good, because this is still dank and it could still mold. So I have to be very careful. Something to keep in mind. All right, let's go with plant number 1. You can see the jar's getting smaller. That's why I'm trimming out some more, man. I'm getting ready to restock up. But, oh boy, does that smell delicious. Oh boy. Somebody asked me a few days ago, when is it going to be totally cured and ready? It is getting stronger. It's totally getting stronger. The stuff that I took off 3 weeks ago is insane. This stuff. Yeah, 3 weeks, man. 3 weeks, and you're ready for the goddamn dispensary. All right, so no law regarding cannabis. It is 420. Cannabis isn't just for all. Cheers, everybody. I hope you're having an excellent night. I'm sorry to bring you horrible news about Virginia and that Donald Trump's going to be president again. I'm not celebrating it. You know, anybody that comes in here that doesn't know me and is like, that guy likes Trump. No, I fucking hate Donald Trump. I hate Donald Trump and Joe Biden equally. Neither of them should be president of the United States, and I wouldn't support either of them. You know, if you say fuck Joe Biden, you should say fuck Donald Trump equally. And if you don't, then the problem's with you. You know, if you're not giving both of them the equal amount of hate, you haven't been fucking paying attention. All right? No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis is just for all. Cheers, everybody. Happy 420. It's going to look so damn good. Hey, man, Crypto 2021 looks really good. You know, Crypto November 2021 is looking fucking great. I don't know if you guys have checked your portfolios lately. All of you guys who dumped down on Bitcoin when we were all getting in on it, how y'all feeling now? Now let me tell you where my portfolio is. 32% profit. 32% profit on my initial investment, give or take. That does not include interest that I am making, which is in the thousands now. I'm making thousands of dollars of interest now. Or should I say I've already made thousands of dollars of interest? Fucking gnat, man. No comments on that. Okay. So the election, Donald Trump will be president 2024. Crypto's blowing up right now. It's fucking amazing. Bitcoin was at 63,000 last time I checked. I can pull that up, I guess. Are you guys still with me, you guys? What you got going on? Anything? Okay, I feel like I'm kind of losing you. Let me tell you something. I was watching Louis Rossman, his last upload, which is really good. He's talking about Zillow. And he makes a statement in there about Zillow and homes and people flipping homes. And we should probably watch the video because he makes a point about AI that I want to go over. So let me just check Bitcoin price right now. It's 63,000 exactly. It's at 63. And then we'll go over to YouTube. Eating some fajitas. Sounds like a song. Right on, Josh. All right. Wilderness cooking is fantastic on YouTube, by the way, guys. History. Here we go. Louis Rossman. He starts talking about the AI at about, I think it was about...
Hey everybody, how's it going? So there's this article on Zillow. It says Zillow is shutting down its home flipping business after racking up losses. I had a couple of thoughts on this. So some people have said, what do you think, in my comments, what do you think of Zillow ruining the housing market by buying up houses above asking price? The first thing is, and I don't think I'm going to give you the answer you're looking for. I don't believe that Zillow by itself has the power to do what happened to the housing market over the past year and a half, even if they are putting a concerted effort into buying a lot of homes. I think the reason that you...
Okay, now that you know what he's talking about, I'm gonna fast forward and where he gets to the AI part. Now that you know what this is about.
And us having to pay more money for our home. It's just one of those mealy-mouthed things that, like, you just kind of... It just sounds like the advertising department in a Dilbert cartoon got into a boardroom together and did a focus group on what a mission statement should be. We, quote, enable our customers who want to move. Now, there are things that they could do that I would actually get behind, that would live up to that mission statement. You know, I spoke in a recent video and I said it really bothers me when companies go out of their way to do something.
Let me hit this again. Bottom of the hour. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis is for all. Cheers, everybody. It's so good. I gotta hit it again. It's so smooth. By offering a good value and then asking an amount of money that actually corresponds to the product or services being sold. Because what that does is that encourages other people to actually ask for fair value for the products or services that they provide. When you ask for a below market rate for whatever it is you're providing, you're kind of promoting a market where nobody can actually make money or compete. And when you are willing to lose money in a market to try and get a stake in it, you're probably, again, you're going to just increase the value of whatever it is that you're bidding on. If I don't care about making money or I don't care about having a fair value, then obviously I could bid $1 million to buy Mr. Clinton's litter box. It does no good for the market for litter boxes for me to be bidding them up to $1 million a piece. I don't know why I use that as an analogy, but hopefully you get the point. Now, if Zillow were losing money because they were actually, quote, enabling people to move, if they were going to neighborhoods where the housing was completely destroyed, just like they were going on, I don't know, I remember riding through, what was it? It's after this.
Remember riding through Gary, Indiana.
Let me go a little bit.
I remember driving there in the way
a little bit more.
My dad. I was a net good for the world. It's not, quote, enabling people to move. It's making it more difficult for them to move. Now, I do hope that they wind up letting go of this housing by selling it to individuals rather than just some private equity firm. I know what's easy to do is if you bought too much inventory and you think you overpay for it, just put it into some sort of financial instrument and sell it off and, write it down 30 or 40%. If somebody else buys it cheaply enough, they won't even care if a good amount of it is not worth messing with or reselling. They'll just care about the profitable chunk and forget about the rest of it. Nobody will live there. Kind of like, if I buy 100 MacBooks for $100 each, and a lot of them just need backlight fuses, the hard ones I may not even ever get to because I made so much money off of the ones that are easy that I don't really care about the ones that are difficult. If I'm buying a lot of 100 computers to refurbish at $100 a piece, and a lot of these I can sell for $1,500 a piece, I may not care about the rest of them. And I really hope that it's not something like that winds up happening here, even if that could be the easy way for them to get rid of this inventory. I hope that the way they get rid of this inventory is actually making it available to people that want.
We're in the middle of a pandemic, bro, and it's just people should not be gathering at events. Right, Jim? I hope you agree.
Want to buy a fucking home rather than take the easy way out because they have 7,000 or 9,000 houses they have to sell here. That's not going to be easy to let go of just like that. But letting go of them just like that would actually allow the prices to maybe start going down in certain markets in certain areas that were most affected by Zillow's activities.
Okay, now is he going to talk about the algorithm?
That is what actually happens. I don't think there's going to be a housing crash like what happened in 2008 and 2009 anytime soon. I could be wrong, and I'll be honest with you. I want to own a home someday, so I fucking hope I'm wrong here. But what happened in 2008 and 9 is people were buying homes with no money down, 2% down, 3% down, with variable rate mortgages. That is really, really dangerous.
I may have skipped over the
algorithm. If the rate
algorithm
goes up, then you could wind up paying a lot more a month, and if you don't have a lot of equity in the home, then you're totally screwed. What a lot of people are doing now is buying a house, and before it could even get appraised by my bank, somebody came by and paid all cash for it. When people are paying all cash for their homes, and the people who are not paying all cash...
I'm sorry, dude. This might be earlier where he's talking about this.
Broader, less risky, more brand-aligned ways of enabling all of our customers who want to move. Oh, really? That's what you're doing, Zillow. You're just, quote, enabling all of your customers that want to move. This sounds like the advertising department in a Dilbert cartoon got into a boardroom together, then asking an amount of money that actually corresponds to the product or services being sold. Value of whatever it is that you're bidding on. If I don't care about making money or I don't care about having what was it? Remember riding through Gary, Indiana, And I remember, driving there on the way to my dad. I would just stop. You're actually helping the market by bringing more housing to a market that needs more housing. If you were to move to an area where there's a vacant lot and a lot of people want housing, these articles about how you're losing money and how you may not be able to stay in business, I go, damn, I wish Zillow could stay in business because they're doing good for the world. That's not what this is. That's why people are rooting for this. That's why people are like, yeah, I hope Zillow goes out of business. I hope they go bankrupt. Because what they're doing, in my opinion, is not a net good for the world. It's not, quote, enabling people to move. It's making it more difficult for them to move. Now, I do hope that they wind up letting go of this housing by selling it to individuals rather than just some private equity firm. I know it's easy to do is if you bought too much inventory and you think...
2 minutes. Let me go back 2 minutes in. I'm sorry, guys. This is very important.
The business hit a major snag in recent months as the company's algorithms caused it to overpay for houses just as the heated housing market began to cool slightly.
Here it is. 2 minutes in.
Pricing algorithms to buy homes from other buyers, and
Listen.
It's really kind of crazy. Like, it's one thing when a YouTube algorithm recommends you a video that you don't like. It's another when an algorithm censors somebody when they didn't say something that's that bad. It's another when an algorithm has the potential, if enough people are using it, if enough home buyers, home flippers, and publicly traded companies are using it, to actually fuck up the housing market.
And now let me just stop him right there and correct what he said. No, it's not okay when an algorithm shows you the wrong video to watch. It's not okay when an algorithm silences your voice on fucking YouTube and when it fucking gave you a strike because your cat was meowing in the background. Or I got a strike for being honest with my audience about something. You know? And it's not okay when an algorithm crashes 2 fucking airplanes and kills 346 passengers within 6 months of each other. That's not okay. You know? That line was crossed a long time ago. In his mind, there's an AI line that it's okay if we stay behind. As long as some people are getting fucked up their asses, well, it's okay. We need those algorithms. No. All these algorithms need to die. I want to kill them all. Every fucking algorithm out there. Nope, not going. Good. I'm glad you're not going, Jim. But you know a lot that are. Fuck them. Let them go, man. Just stay away from them for like 2 weeks after they come back. And I'm sure they're going to be testing everyone at the gate, you know, before they let them in. But it doesn't mean that just because you're not showing symptoms, you don't fucking have it. Or that you don't get it, or you start showing the symptoms after you walk through the gate. You know? Very possible. And they can't stop that shit. It could be a super spreader event.
Like, I could deal with making an offer. It's mildly above a construction worker or a baker or something, or a plumber, us all going back and forth if we want a house. But it's another when an algorithm that may be buggy just bids $50,000 or $80,000 over asking for a house that may not even be in that good condition. I can't compete with that. And that's and that's not good. Even if it's not distorting the market on a wide scale, who knows what this may be doing for certain local markets. It could be making certain local markets work far worse. What really got me about this article was what they said at the end of it. It said, quote, "We believe there are better, broader, less risky, more brand-aligned ways of enabling all of our customers who want to move." Oh, really? That's what you're doing, Zillow. You're just, quote, enabling all of your customers that want to move by buying houses for over asking price, listing them for insane prices, and then just kind of leaving them there when somebody else who actually wanted to move could have bought the fucking home that you bought. People don't go to Zillow because they want to see homes cost more money because you bought them at above asking price and then relist them at above asking price. People go to Zillow because they want to browse what's available, see pictures of what's available, and then talk to a realtor about buying something. They're not going to Zillow because they go, oh, I would love to get fucked in the ass by having Zillow make this house cost more money, inflate the market in a particular area, and then result in us having to pay more money for our home. It's just one of those mealy-mouthed things that, like, you just kind of... It just sounds like the advertising department in a Dilbert cartoon got into a boardroom together and did a focus group on what a mission statement should be. We, quote, enable our customers who want to move.
I would love for you to hear what YouTube did to him, giving him a strike for his cat meowing on his channel, but I don't know when he says that.
Now, there are things that they could do that I would actually get behind, that would live up to that mission statement. I spoke in a recent video and I said it really bothers me when companies go out of their way to do something for rapidly below cost or are willing to lose a lot of money to do something. I want to see people succeed by offering a good value and then asking an amount of money that actually corresponds to the product or services being sold.
Now let's talk about something else. So I was watching the election coverage tonight, and I was tweeting about it. And one of the things I noticed on CNN is really interesting. Anderson Cooper says, don't you think that the Democrats have been pushing way too much socialism? He literally used these words, and progressive ideas, and they're losing favor. 5 minutes later, Jake Tapper says to John King, the Democrats, this election's all about change. The Democrats need to run more on change. Like progressive, independent, popular ideas. You mean that kind of stuff? And I was just like, I made a tweet about it. I was like, this is the most obnoxious thing I've ever seen. These motherfuckers literally don't know what they need. They don't know what to do because they're so stupid. Hey, man, I could tell them. You guys want to know what the secret was, how the Democrats fucked up? If you don't already know, it's pretty simple. Number one, you tried to silence the people that you disagreed with. You used social media to do it. You used Hollywood and social media, and you tried to silence all the voices you disagreed with. Okay, that was your first mistake. Your second mistake was, what did you fucking do for women when Texas happened? Where was Joe Biden and Kamala Harris when Texas happened and took women's rights away? Where were they? Oh, what did they say? A nice little speech in Washington? They said a nice little thing. Did they fly there to Texas? Did they go around city to city in Texas? Both Kamala Harris and Joe Biden and Joe Biden's wife and Kamala Harris's husband and the whole goddamn entourage and tour fucking Texas and try to get women's rights back? No. Did Joe Biden promise that nothing would fundamentally change? Yes. Did Joe Biden promise a bunch of shit and didn't do any of it? Yes. Has Joe Biden been completely ineffective as president of the United States? Yes. Has he been a laughingstock? Yes. Has he been the first president where Americans in general have a cheer against him? I've never heard anything like this in my life. The Let's Go Brandon thing? Dude, I'm an old man. I've gone through, I'm going to say at least 10 fucking presidents, in my lifetime. I'm assuming something like that. And, I've heard people, at rallies saying chants and things like that, But I've never seen a national outcry against the president of the United States before. Not even Donald Trump. And not Barack Obama, the first black president. There was no chant that everybody said. Joe Biden, first one to do that. And let me tell you something. There's a reason for it. People hate him. And the Democrats decided to give us Joe Biden. Nito Moreno, I totally agree with you. You're right. The world's not going to get any better. It's only going to get worse. And no matter whom's in office, you're correct. It doesn't matter. But if you want to know why the Democrats lost and why Donald Trump will be the next president of the United States, look no further than the Democrats giving you Joe Biden as president. And Kamala Harris, someone who thinks it's okay to leave someone who's innocent locked up in prison. Yeah, that's great. Make her your leader. Make Joe Biden your leader. A man who raped a woman. A man who sniffs children. A man who defends Joe Manchin and calls him his friend. Joe Manchin, who stands between us and Medicare for all. You will not have Medicare for all. Joe Manchin makes sure of that. Joe Manchin works for Exxon. They admitted it, right? Exxon's like, yeah, that guy totally has presented as himself as someone who can be bought by big oil. Joe Manchin. I don't know if you guys saw that. That's Joe Biden's friend. And Joe Biden, who has accepted more money from big oil than any other politician in the history of the United States. That's tough, isn't it? The world's evil. Merc is stockish. It can feel like it's evil, doesn't it? You don't have to be evil. You don't have to play into it. You know, you can be sweet. You can be sweet like the bees. Let me tell you something, man. My friend came over today, and she brought her two chihuahuas, you know, little dogs this big. Two of them this big, right? Crypto's going nowhere? Are you serious about crypto and Trump? Bob Sawtell. Okay. Am I saying that crypto is going nowhere? No, crypto to the moon is a statement. It means crypto has exploded. It's gone. It's my portfolio, Bob. My crypto portfolio has exceeded my expectations, man. If I got out today, I'd be fine. I've made a killing in the market, right? Tens of thousands of dollars of profit, right, Bob? And as far as Trump, yeah, Trump's going to win 2024. It's because of the election tonight. Bando Slamdo. Right on, buddy. He says they don't give a fuck about us, right? Hey, you know what I give a fuck about? Hot chocolate. I think I'm going to make some. What do you guys say? Do you guys want to see the cutest freaking thing? Look at these two guys right here. Isn't that gorgeous? The two of them chilling like that together. A hot cocoa. Make me a little hot cocoa. Gorgeous. God, I love them. I've been cleaning a little bit. I was also trimming some of the stems off of some of these. That smells so good. This needs to be open. I might want to leave this one open all night tonight. These buds are so purple. Let me put this over here. And this is the one that I want to show you. This is the one that I trimmed the stems out of. Here. This is the Gorilla Glue. It smells so freaking good. So I didn't trim the buds. I just clipped a lot of them off the stems. I took a lot of stem out. There's still stems in there. There's still a lot of stem still in there. But, yeah. They don't give a fuck about it. Excellent on the crypto. I only have some Doge. Missed the boat on Bitcoin back in the day. Sure hope not on Trump, though. Oh, no, bro, it's a done deal. It's a done deal, man. Virginia is a bellwether of American politics. How Virginia goes, so goes the rest. I was going to tell you this, guys. It's very important. Listen closely, okay? So when I was watching CNN tonight, this guy that's the Republican in Virginia running for governor, He's 64% ahead, right? And they're not calling the election yet. And I'm looking at the numbers and I'm listening to Jake Tapper and John King at the wall. You know, he's on the wall, the magic wall. And they keep asking each other. I mean, basically, so there's no way he can win. And John King's like, no, there's no way he can win. I mean, this is wrapped up. And he's like, it's kind of weird that we're not calling it. And John King's like, yeah, I know. Isn't it weird that we're not calling it yet? Dude, CNN wouldn't call it because the fucking Democrat lost. So CNN didn't want to call it because they're trying to subvert the narrative for as long as they possibly can. It's psychotic, full-on conscious narrative manipulation by CNN. They always call the elections once it's in the bag. CNN always calls the elections, always. They had the magic wall up. They had their election team right there. The team was literally saying that this guy won. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. They pulled up every freaking county, and they pulled up counties from the past, and they examined it with a freaking microscope. And they still wouldn't call the election, man. Such manipulation. And I just wanted you to know, I totally saw that shit, man. And it's disgusting. You know, that they just don't have the professionalism to do what they normally do when they're getting beat, you know? I keep getting told to avoid Coinbase and Robinhood. Agree? No, I don't agree with that. I don't know why people are telling you that. You know, I saw someone else say avoid Robinhood tonight. Where did I see that? Oh, it was H.A. Goodman. He doesn't know anything about crypto. I've made thousands of dollars on Robinhood, bro. Yeah. And I've made a lot more than thousands of dollars on Coinbase. Now, I don't leave my shit on Coinbase. I move it over to Celsius. You know, that's my piggy bank. But, man, you should, purchase anywhere and move it into Celsius. I think you can purchase from Celsius, too. It's a little more complicated. Yeah, they make it a little more complicated at Celsius to purchase. But I have purchased from Celsius, I'm pretty sure. Did I give you a good answer there, Bando Slamdo? I got a lot more work to do here to trim this whole thing. I got to trim this whole thing up so I can refill the jar. And you know what? I don't have to trim it up, actually. Now that I think about it, I just have to do this. And then I can just put that in the jar. And that should be fine. That should be great. Nice slow cure that way, you know? Look at these buds. You guys, these are so dense. They are so dense. Damn it, man. As long as it sees my face, it's not gonna freaking focus on this. Some re-engineer, you know? Some stupid fucking re-engineer out there. Re-engineer. Glue looking fire. No, this is that's the glue back there. This is Girl Scout cookie, bro. I'm positive. This is purple. Purple foxtail-y. Pretty sure it's Girl Scout cookie, man. Beautiful. I'm gonna stock my jar with this bud, bro. I'm gonna stock this jar. It's good. You guys can watch this #1 jar fill up with these gorgeous buds. It smells like cookies. Totally. It's unbelievable. So sticky, so oily. Oh my god. Just kind of set them in there gently so they're not up against each other. Ooh, that one came right off. So sticky, so oily. Look at the trikes on the leaves all the way out to the end of the leaves, dude. It's like you see the trikes all the way out to the end of the leaves. I know you're not a financial advisor, but I made 10,000 in Shiba. Should I sell and get into more valuable cryptos like ADA? Patrick, I always recommend diversifying. You never can trust a crypto, bro. You know? You can never trust a crypto. You never know what it's going to do. So I recommend diversifying and spreading your money out. That's what I did with my money. 50% on Bitcoin and the rest spread out pretty evenly around other cryptos. Cardano, Polkadot, Ethereum. Definitely, man. You know, start with those. Are you only using water? No, I'm not only using water. No, I'm using all kinds of stuff. Um, it's this grow I used some Remo Newts, and I used advanced nutrients. I used a lot of fish emulsion. Um, but man, when I started using the the stuff from I started using all of it at the same time. When I started using it, dude, these buds started pumping out trichomes, and it was almost as if it was the regimen, you know. And I don't know if it was or just the strains, because all the strains pumped out massive trichomes, you know, and I was giving them all. But oh, that is wet. Wet with oil down at the bottom of that stem right there. That's going to be covered right there. Never asked you, what is your feeling on edibles versus flour? Well, you know, I like flour because I like to be able to not be high sometimes. I like to be able to stop smoking and have it wear off in a half hour, 45 minutes. You know? If I'm doing an edible, I can't do that. You're getting on the bus and you're staying on the fucking bus and nobody's letting you off the bus. You know? So, yeah, I prefer smoking and I don't really do edibles at all. But that's just me. And I recommend edibles for anyone who benefits from them. You know, if you benefit from them, and that's the thing about cannabis, isn't it? There's all different kinds of forms of cannabis. Maybe we should just trim this bud, though. Let's trim this one. That'll be fun. There's all forms of cannabis. Whichever one works for you, whether it's the one you rub on your skin or the one you smoke, or the one you eat, or the one you drink, or the one you inject. You know, I don't care how you're doing it. I'm gonna have to use my glasses, guys, because I can't fucking see it. You know? I'm flying blind here unless I have my glasses on. Understand that? You guys know that, right? Ooh, hello everybody. Sophisticated Nay here, of course. What am I doing? I'm doing some close trimming here, aren't I? Ooh, look at these beautiful leaves. Yes, I can see them all. Look at them. How are you wonderful people doing this evening? Who is here? What sorts of sorts of people do we have here? Bob Sawtell. I like that name. It rolls off the tongue. Bob Sawtell. It's nice. I like it. I've been looking for something to deal with arthritis and chronic back pain. You're spot on about edibles. It's a ride to the end of the line whether you want to or not. Oh! Ooh, chronic back pain. Ooh, you should try some of this then. Some of the triage oil, yes. It's fantastic. You should look into this, good sir. The triage oil at triageoil.com. Highly recommended. I highly recommend it. It's highly recommended. It's highly recommended. I highly recommend it. Let's see what we have here, good sir. Lots of leaves. We're trimming the leaves. Trimming away here. Oh, look at this little leaf here. There's another leaf here. Oh, I need to get closer to what I'm doing. I can see even better when It's almost a shame, you know, these leaves, they're all covered with trichomes, every single one. Look at that one, it's covered with trichomes. Oh, this one is covered with trichomes. That one is covered with trichomes. This one is covered with trichomes. Ooh, even the stems are covered with trichomes on the leaves. Ooh, it's very, very nice. It's beautiful. Absolutely amazing. You could smoke the stems on this bud, literally, and get high. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I agree with that. I would eat edible. I think there's more chemicals. No, there are not more chemicals. If you make it yourself, you determine the chemicals. If you don't want chemicals, you can do water extraction, ice extraction, heat extraction, pressure extraction. No, you can also vac chamber. So many ways you can have nice, fantastic, high quality, clean cannabis. You want to worry about the tobacco. Now that is garbage. I don't recommend that. Not even to my worst enemy. Stay away from it. How's everyone feeling today? Are you happy to see Sophisticated Nay here in the house? Sometimes I appear out of nowhere, I understand. I hope you like me. I hope the people like me. Do you like me, people? Do you like the Sophisticated Nay? So sophisticated. Or do you not like me? Maybe you do not like Sophisticated Nay. The people, they are not talking to me. Are you sleeping, people? Are you scared of me? Are you scared of Sophisticated Nay? Is that it? Are you frightened? The frightened audience members, frightened of Sophisticated Nay. That must be it. As I sit here and I clean this butt up for you and you're scared of me. Are you seeing what I'm doing here? I'm making this beautiful bud for you. I'm making it gorgeous. None of you will talk to me. Jacob Ravel. I like this nay. Sounds so English. Ooh, thank you, Jacob. I sound so English and proper. Ooh. Thank you, good sir. Oh, indeed. Indeed. It is just I am saying I have to say this again. I will say it over again. It is a shame that I have to trim these leaves off of this bud. The leaves Every single leaf that I am trimming is completely covered with trichomes. I'm just saying it. I'm saying the words. Understand it. I know you cannot see the bud while the leaves are blocking, but even the leaves are covered with the trichomes, is what I am saying. That is what I am saying. I don't know if I've said it enough, but... And you know I should tell you something else as well. These leaves are completely covered with trichomes. Completely. It's almost a shame to have to trim them off of this beautiful, 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 beautiful bud. Trying to get in there as well as I can without taking off one of these foxtails. There's foxtails in there. You've got to watch them. They're very sneaky, those little foxtails. Indeed, they are quite sneaky and hostile. And this bud is not as easy to trim as some of the other buds I've trimmed, and that is simply because this bud not only has it shriveled up. As the leaves have shriveled up, they've shriveled up against the bud, making it challenging. You must pry the leaves away from the bud with the blade before you do your snip. 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 Don't get snippy. Don't get snippy with me. Snip. Snip. Ooh, I'm snipping it. Snip. Ooh, I'm snipping it. Bando Slamdo. Well, hello, Esquire. Yes, that is I. Neto Moreno. Hello. Yes, you're manicuring a beautiful flower. Yes, I am. Jacob Ravel. Crypto is doing well. I always reinvest. Yes, you should do the crypto. I've heard wonderful things about it. Absolutely. What else? The Thing. Oh, hello, The Thing. Were you The Thing? The Fantastic Four? Were you The Thing from the Fantastic Four? Were you the thing that came from the Antarctic and came out of the snow and had multiple heads and turned into a spider with legs? And then it crawled across the floor and it attacked the men that were there on the science trip. And they were evil men, I remember. They got what they deserved. All of those men with the suspecting each other of being the Thing. Yes, it was a very good movie. Okay, let us look at this bud. It is beautiful. Would you like to see it? Would you like to look at the bud? What's up, everybody? Crypto's doing well. I always reinvest. Jacob Ravel, The Thing. Hey, what's up? Hey, The Thing. What's up, buddy? Jacob Ravel. 4 million assemble tokens. China and Japan buy shopping from it. The Thing. What do you think of the new crypto meme coins? For example, oh, right? Dogelan, Saitama Baby, Shiba Ramen. What do I think of them? I think that, you know, you're taking a risk with anything you do, but, you know, some people are going to become millionaires off of them, you know? That's what I think. That's some fire. 6 trichomes. Jacob Ravel, about to roll up. Look, show me. I'm burning a bowl right now. I'm a little jealous now. Thank you, Nito Moreno. Thank you, buddy. It's gorgeous, huh? This is the Girl Scout cookie. This and this. Boing, 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 boing. Hello. Boing, 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 boing. Do I think it's a scam? Well, no, I don't think they're scams. I mean, some of them are, but you have to research them, man. You got to find out who the people are that are behind them. You know, you can't just assume that people are not going to try to rip you off, you know? Because that's when it'll happen. People are trying to rip me off right now as we speak. Oh, man, this hot chocolate. I tell you what, though, with the new security and shit, man, it really does give you the options to protect yourself if you want to use them. And it can be a little bit more work when you're logging into your various apps and things like that, but it's well worth it. And Celsius has a real good way of locking you down, bro. It's called HODL mode, and I freaking love it. I'd love to talk to you guys about it. Hey, thing. Celsius gives you up to 13.99% interest on a crypto if you hold it there, called Synthetics, SNX. So there's a hot tip for you right there. I'm getting almost 14% interest on my Synthetics that I hold on Celsius. It's free. Oh, and if you've got $400 worth of Bitcoin and you store it on Celsius and you use my code, I get $50 worth of Bitcoin and you get $50 worth of Bitcoin. What do you think about that shit? Free Bitcoin. All you got to do is keep it in there for 30 days. If you got $400 worth of Bitcoin. God, I can't stop drinking that hot chocolate. It is so freaking good. All right. Question. How do I get the buds that are down lower that... Okay. I don't think I can smoke this one yet. So dank. Dude, I did myself some trouble here. Here, this one I can smoke. Maybe. It's a littlin. It's a litlin. It's a litlin. I don't know which strain this is. I think this came off the carpet. It's a litlin. We'll just put that litlin right there. All right, you guys, let's smoke, shall we? I have no idea what I'm about to hit, but I got this nice clean glass. I just caught my lighter. It was literally falling, and I caught it. Lightning quick reflexes. Feeling really good. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis ism-tisms for all. Cheers. This millennium, don't know. It's like a credit card. They'll steal your money. This show is rated R. Hey man, how come YouTube can show basically gay porn. Literally, two men fucking each other up your asses. How come YouTube can show that, but I can't just tell my audience how I feel about the pandemic? Or give you a story about what happened to a dear friend of mine who's dead now. Isn't that weird? So this is where we find ourselves today, guys, with AI. And what Louis Rossmann is talking about there, I don't know if you guys caught that. So I'm going to tell you what kind of YouTube videos have I seen. Hey man, Bando Slamdo. It was Mr. Robot series. Mr. Robot series on YouTube. Like episode number 5, bro. Make sure there's no children in the room. AI is your initials. Hey, Aaron, maybe you are the chosen one, bro. Maybe you're the person I'm looking for. You ready to lead the masses, Aaron? That could be a sign, bro. You've got the mark. You got the mark of being the one. You're AI, bro. You're here to destroy it, man. You're the destroyer of AI. I fucking love it. How come YouTube can show that, but I can't just talk about how I feel about, and, you know? And how come my stuff gets age restricted? Was that age restricted? Was that show age restricted? I bet it wasn't. Maybe it's not. How funny would that be? I mean, am I worse than a rated R movie? Is anything that I do on here worse than a rated R movie? I mean, is anything that I do on here worse than that? Because I watch that on YouTube. I watch Reservoir Dogs on YouTube, and these guys, that's a violent fucking movie, bro. Bloody as fuck. And that's all over YouTube, bro. They got scenes from it. They got the scenes from it, the bloodiest scenes from it. You can watch it right now on YouTube, straight up. Just see a dude fucking dying. You know? Not even your YouTube's age restricted, Jacob Ravel? Look, the conversation here is about AI, right? Louis Rossmann gets it. Right? He gets it, man. He's like, AI shouldn't be determining if a house should be bought or sold for people. You know, what are they doing? What are these people doing? They're all trying to use AI now, and they're going crazy. They're all going crazy. And it's like you want to grab them all. Everyone who supports AI, and you just want to group them all together somewhere on a barge and just push them out to sea, man, you know? Because they're ruining it for all of us. Who here supports AI? And it's okay if you do. You're probably not gonna after this show. But up until you heard what I'm telling you about AI, who has supported, hey man, I think it's great, artificial intelligence, yeah man, robots, you know, drones that fly themselves and deliver your pizza. I'm all for my car, autonomous driving. Yes, I'm all for, you know, the computer determining, you know, where my bandwidth should go and throttling it for me. AI does that, guys. AI puts me down to 250 kilobytes. And when I call them, the company with the people, and tell them what's going on, there's nothing they can do to fix my connection. I'm paying them for fucking 2 megabytes upload, 3 megabytes upload, right? And they can't even give me 250 kilobytes. and there's nothing they can do about it. That's AI. So, 2 planes crashed with pilots at the stick, unable to pull out of dual nosedives that killed a total of 346 people in 2019. Look it up. The 737 MAX, AI has already murdered hundreds of people. And we're not doing anything to slow this down, guys. You want to talk about a goddamn conspiracy? You want to talk about a cover-up? Where do you see a report anywhere on the internet that's exposing what's going on right now with AI taking over the fucking planet? Literally crashing fucking Zillow. You know? What's the net? I told you guys it was just going to be a matter of fucking days before the next incident. There you go. And it's going to keep happening, man. But, you know what? You guys, I wanted to sit and smoke with y'all and talk, but none of you guys are talking back to me, and half of you just left. Is there anything up, guys? Did I do something wrong, or did I offend you guys? Did I say something you guys didn't want to hear? Are you guys still with me? Is Aaron AI is here? I told you were the chosen one, bro. Aaron I, I'm just gonna call you Neo, bro. It's in your name. I see it. Neo. I'm just gonna call you Neo, bro. You're the one. Yo, James McGill's here, everybody. Jacob Ravel is here, everybody. Listening in my G, smoking. Listening in my G? What's your G? Is that your G ride, bro? Bando Slamdo. Not me. I'm still blown away by the gay YouTube thing. Just chilling here on East Coast. Neo, I like it. Right on, Neo. So, Bando Slamdo. Did you go and look it up? Did you go see the scene I was talking about? I shut it off. I didn't keep watching it. I figured it probably stopped pretty soon after that when I shut it off. But I was like, I ain't watching this show anymore. This is just, it's stupid that they try to interject that into my entertainment. Yeah, here, hey, everyone should be okay with men fucking each other up their asses, screaming, in ecstasy. You should be okay with this. Fuck you, I'm not. Quit fucking trying to serve it up. YouTube, Netflix, fuck you both. Look it up now. I was cooking when you said the name of it. It's Mr. Robot. It's like if you put the episodes in, I'll tell you what it's called, all right? I'll look it up. It won't be hard. Oh, it won't be hard. You guys catch that one? I could just go to Mr. Robot and put it in order. Alright, so Mr. Robot, and you go to videos, and you click on sort by date added oldest, and it's going to be Day in the Life of Tyrell, the 4th episode. So, yeah, I'm not going to pull it up because I stopped it right when that shit was happening. But it was Day in the Life of Tyrell Wellick. Got 400 I should have checked. Wow, when I had it open I should have checked and seen it was age restricted, but I don't want to click on it. That's the fucking episode, bro. 10 minutes in. I stopped it at 10:01. It looks like. So fucking stupid, man. These motherfuckers. I just like to fucking elbow them with right in their fucking Adam's apples, you know? These motherfuckers that write this shit. Oh, it's not age restricted? Nice, huh? That shit's not age restricted, but mine is. This is age restricted. Legal cannabis use and growing. Cursing. You know. And, you know, faux rage and actual education and entertainment for a lot of people. How dare they? How dare they? That shit's okay. Yo, Nito Moreno, did you go and did you watch it? I'm corrupting all you motherfuckers with gay YouTube porn. Dude, are you guys watching gay YouTube porn right now? Is that what you're doing? You're like, I want to see that. Like, it's cool. I'm gay, bro. It's cool. Well, I'm bi. It's cool. I'll go check it out. Fucking dude, how is that not age restricted? Anal sex between two men on YouTube. Not age restricted. Trendy ass dabbers, totally age restricted. Oh, Nito, you didn't go? You didn't go. I gotcha. I gotcha. I was like, dude, are you guys all really running over there to go watch that? That is hilarious. And I gotta tell you, man, right up until the scene before that scene, because there's a scene before there where the two men are kissing, and I was like, whatever. You guys are, you know, whatever. This is fucking bullshit. I don't know why you have to write this shit into your stupid fucking script. You know, you don't have to be so fucking graphic with it. You can still get the point across and do it without the fucking gratuitous fucking scenes where you're trying to make people like me accepting of this thing that we will not be accepting of. And you're just gonna fucking piss us off and disgust us. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. You shouldn't be disgusting people. You know? You're an idiot. These motherfuckers are idiots. My point is this. Up until the scene before where the two men were kissing, it was a really goddamn good production. I wanted to watch the whole fucking thing. I was going to binge watch it. Now they can kiss my fucking dick hole. All those motherfuckers. You know, it's just unnecessary, and it's shocking. I mean, the two men kissing thing, yeah, that's fine on YouTube as far as I'm concerned. You know, I wasn't offended by the act of the two men kissing. I was offended by the fact at that point that they were just trying to fucking shove it in my face. And I was like, I was looking away, you know, because I won't watch it, you know, and I was looking away because it really irks me. And I'm like, whatever. And it's like, new scene. I was like, thank you. I was like, Spartacock all over again. Ah! Oh my God, how do you turn this off? Oh my God, two men fucking each other up the ass. Oh my God, how do you turn this shit off? What can I say, man? I'm old school. Hey, to my gay friends out there, I love y'all, man. I love you guys. I'd kill somebody for you guys. I would. I love you guys. But I don't want to see y'all having sex with each other. I'm just saying. You know? Are we cool? Is that cool? You know? I don't have a goddamn fans only. You know, I'm not trying to make you watch me have sex. And while I was watching basically heterosexual porn in the middle of Crank and Crank 2, shout out Crank and Crank 2, I really enjoyed those sex scenes. They really catered to my tastes. I was like, man, these two are banging out in public, and they look good. They look good. I was like, they're funny doing it. I was like, they look funny, and they, you know, she's gorgeous. So you're just like, yeah, man, I would, if, you know, if she was down, I would totally have to do that. What are you going to do? Say no? How dare you? But see, my point is, sex doesn't bother me if it's the kind of sex that I'm signed up for. But when you force someone to see something, you put it in their face, you're like, you don't get to watch our awesome production without exposing yourself to gay sex. Well, no, I don't have to watch your production anymore. In fact, I can warn other people not to watch it. You know, and that's what I will do. I will tell people, don't watch Spartacock and don't watch fucking Mr. Robot unless, you know, my gay friends out there and my friends out there who are not bothered by that sort of thing, you want to go see gay porn for free on YouTube. It's served right up, graphic as fuck. Right in your faces, right on YouTube. The algorithm doesn't seem to mind. Not one bit. Just Jay, what's up, son? Crank is a good movie? How dare you? Where's Enoch? Enoch! Nito Moreno just said Crank is a good movie. How dare you, Nito Moreno? How dare you say that? How dare you say that? How dare you? Good? That's like calling Reservoir Dogs good, bro. Yeah, in fact, I must say I'm offended. I must say, funny how. Good how. Not fantastic, one of the best fucking greatest productions you've ever set your eyes upon? What, like a clown show? What, funny how? What? Show me funny. What's funny? Omerta, no comment. I mentioned you in the show. I was like, I'm the more Omerta boys. Or I thought about you guys, and I maybe not have said it out loud. Either way, I was thinking about you. Not much, son, just jamming on my 335E. Is it a 335E? Or is it just a 335? Is it a hollow body 335? The way Kamala Harris's face looks. We need to smoke some cannabis. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I am away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. Somebody said to me on Twitter today, they're going to have to agree to disagree with me that the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, and The Who came out of the UK, and you can't say that America produced as good as bands as the UK did. Because as far as I'm concerned, there was the Beatles, there was the Rolling Stones, there was Led Zeppelin, and that was it. And all other bands copy them in one way or another. Just like Led Zeppelin copied every fucking band. Ever. Listen to me. Listen, look, the UK, when it comes to music, they got the corner on the market. They produced Rush. All right? So don't come at me with your fucking bullshit about American music. Let me tell you what she said to me. Agree to disagree. Psst. Look, you can't show me a song that wasn't copied by either something that the Stones, the Beatles, or Zeppelin already did something that was just totally like that fucking song along those lines. It's going to be really hard. And even if you did, it's not going to be anywhere near as good. They were the best. They were the best. Now, you could argue Jimi Hendrix, but, you know, if I'm not sure of where his rhythm section came from. And I don't know if he started in Great Britain, Jimi Hendrix. I'm almost positive he was born in the United States, but he may have started his band in the UK. I'm not sure, and then come over to the United States. If somebody knows that, let me know. Stevie Ray Vaughan, you're hilarious, Jay. Stevie Ray Vaughan. Oh, you mean the guy that copied Jimi Hendrix's Little Wing? You mean that guy? That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm willing to throw Jimi Hendrix in there if they came out of the UK, and I think they may have. But, you know, I was just thinking about when she said, well, I only like metal and heavy music or something like that. And I was thinking, oh, the Beatles weren't heavy as fuck. If you don't think the Beatles were heavy as fuck, you haven't listened to the fucking Beatles. They're heavy as fuck. You know, you might be thinking about the song that I just sang. You might be thinking about yesterday. All my troubles seem so far away. You might be thinking about that. But I'm here to tell you that the Beatles rock just as heavy and hard as anybody else, man. Na 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 Judah 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 na 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 Hey Jude Jude Judah 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 wow 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 wow. Listen to that fucking song. Those guys are fucking rocking hard. They are screaming heavy metal hard. And you know, you might not agree with that, but you're just denying where your precious music was inspired from. Pink Floyd? Oh, Pink Floyd from the UK, you fucking idiot. Ozzy? Oh, I thought you were arguing against me. I'm like, Ozzy? Ozzy came from the UK, motherfucker. These are the greatest bands on the planet. What do you mean, man? Don't you know where they came from? Of course you do. Yeah, dude, I was all revved up. And I just got, I got spun out. I think you finally lost your mind, says Bando, Slamdo. That's funny. I did just lose my mind. You know, I'm holding my bong and I'm not smoking. You're right, that proves that I've lost my mind. Have you seen the trailer for the Beatles documentary Peter Jackson? By Peter Jackson? No, but I want to. Psh, 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 psh. Unreal. Nobody's... Psh, psh, psh. Nobody's even doing that anymore, Val. Psh, unreal. What are you, not even smoking? What, do you gotta take your buds out of the jar so you can find your older buds so you can smoke your older buds there, bud? What are you doing there, bud? I had to take my buds out so I could get to these. You know, I need to put these down on the bottom, but they're not dry enough, really, to set them down on the bottom just yet. They're almost there, but they could be on the top. I just don't want to... So what is this plant number one? There's no... I don't think there's seeds in plant number one. I'll find out soon enough, man. If I don't go through these and I find a seed from plant number one and I smoke it, you know, once it smokes, it's too late, man. You know, sometimes you'll get lucky and you might spot it in the bowl. And even when it's on fire, and if you can put it out before the flame gets to the seed, but when you expose that seed to that flame, man, even if it doesn't catch on fire, sometimes you just roasted what was inside it, you know? They do have a lot of protection. The seed is nice and thick. It will protect that fucking thing for a second or two. So if you can spot it. Elton John. Yeah, man, Elton John's great, man. Is Steppenwolf from the UK, bro? Where's Steppenwolf from? It's funny. He's like, Pink Floyd. I was like, Pink Floyd's from the UK. I was like Lucille Ball there for a second. All right, this looks gorgeous. Oh, do show. Na, na, na. And what about this? Totally changed the way you will look at them and what we heard the mood was like during Let It Be sessions and Rooftop Gun. John is so funny and free. Spy Kesta, thanks for sharing that. Right on. Spy Kesta. Right on. All right. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabis is just for all. Cheers, everybody. Oh my God, that tasted so good. That reminds me of the Jack hair a little bit, like how good the Jack tasted last year right after I harvested it. And it was so smooth and so lemony. I still got the Jack hair sitting right here, right next to me. It still smells lemony as fuck. How long? Until it's dry, David. You want to feel the bud, right? And if the bud is still damp, it's not ready yet. That's all. You know, just try to snap a small stem and see if it snaps. If it bends and doesn't snap, then it's not ready yet. Especially a little one like that. Those have to be dry, basically. But you could feel the this part, and if it feels wet, then it's not ready. Don't jar it up. You know, these if I let these sit out for just, you know, a couple of hours even, they'll be ready probably to set in a jar. I don't feel any moisture in them right now. But if I let them sit in the jar overnight, tomorrow morning, wake up, take them out of the jar and make sure, because they'll be a little dankier and they should be pulled out, separated, so that they don't mold on top of each other. Thanks for the info. A couple more days in. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, don't make that mistake. You'll ruin your whole freaking crop. That's an important thing to know, huh? That was harsh. That hit. It tasted great, but it hurt my throat a little bit. That must have been some of the newer stuff. It's not cured yet. It's not ready. When it cures, man, it does not hurt my throat at all. This other stuff, if I just grab the right thing, I must have grabbed a bud that was, I just started like this one. That one will be fine. These should be fine. They should be good. Chuckles. Internet? What happened to your internet, bro? First freeze of the season. Dude, I was watching this thing about the way Keanu Reeves played the assassin. I can't think of the name of the movie all of a sudden. I just watched it the other day too. I saw the first one where they kill his dog. And they were talking about the way he was holding, you know, he has to pick up John Wick, thank you. Yeah. He has to pick up various firearms throughout the movie. You know, dude, I was watching something. I don't know what movie it was. It was a badass fucking movie. It may have been John Wick. It's like he starts out with a little gun, then he gets a bigger gun, then he gets a bigger gun. It was like a video game. It was so fucking cool. I think that was John Wick, but it may have been something else. Anyway, John Wick, he's picking up different handguns, and they say when he picks up this one kind of a 45, he loads it and cocks the slide on it, right? And then does another quick check to make sure that the bullet doesn't jam in that one type of firearm, because that firearm is known for jamming the first bullet, right? So that's how you check to make sure it's not going to jam. Check this out. The guy said, but he doesn't do it on the Glocks. Because you don't have to. I fucking love that, man. He's like, yeah, he does it on this one because this one's known for jamming on the first bullet, blah, blah, blah. But he doesn't do it on the Glocks. In the movie, he's like, these motherfuckers knew exactly what they were doing. And he's like, they know a Glock doesn't need to be fucking checked. It fires. It is so reliable. It's gonna fire. You know? No, he doesn't do a press check on every gun he picked up. See? He didn't do it. He doesn't do it on the Glocks. He doesn't do it when he picks up a Glock. Do you own one, bro? I'm saying, man, you own one, you'll get it. When you own a Glock, you know. It's like, oh, it's so worry-free, man. It's just, it's a good feeling. The Glock is a good feeling. They're so reliable. It's like, and I just love that this guy was watching the movie and spotted all this shit in the movie, and is pointing. You know, he points out all this stuff, and how accurate they really were with, and how much work Keanu Reeves really puts in. He puts in a lot of work to his roles, bro. It's, you got to respect him as an actor and as someone who respects firearms. You know. I've got a Glock. Yeah, I got one sitting right here. With a 9mm, water and fired it. Put all the bullets on the gun. You have to put one less. One less. Is that the trick, Nito? You might need that extra bullet, bro. Or, you know, SKS's, they're a little tricky. They're a little tricky as far as lining up. Sometimes they don't, sometimes the bullet doesn't line up, but if it doesn't, you just pull back the bolt and put in the next one, you know? Just clack, clack, and it's ready. That's one cool thing. It does clear pretty easily. Yeah, an SKS... Yeah, they can, the bullet can miss the chamber sometimes. It depends on what your if you've got the stock clip in, there's not a problem. It loads. But if you put in an aftermarket removable, there you have to be kind of like a craftsman a little bit, and you have to adjust them for your particular weapon, you know? So you might have to make the spring a little bit more tense, or make the spring less tense, or adjust or file down something on the magazine, you know, so that it fits a little tighter, snugger. Put the bullet in your pocket. I got you. Put it in your pocket so you got it afterwards. You got one extra one. You got one more shot. Yeah, it's a Glock 21 45 auto. Registered with the state of California. Yeah, it's the Kimber 1911. That's funny that you know that. That's funny that you know that. I didn't know what gun they were talking about. I was like, I'm not familiar with that gun. The 1911. I've never owned one. But, you know, when I find out a gun has a problem loading, that's the last thing I want to do is own that gun. But the SKS was only $100. Or $150 maybe at the most. I couldn't pass it up. And I fired it a whole bunch of times, man. I've taken that thing out many, many times and shot it. And it's so smooth. It fires so nice. How do you explain that, man? You know what it's like firing that gun? It's like when you're shooting pool. And you know, all you got to do is knock in the 8-ball. And you line up your shot, and you're really confident you can make the shot, and you smack the cue ball, and the cue ball hits the 8-ball, and the cue ball stops, and the 8-ball goes right in the hole and just goes ka-clunk, and it's just a perfect fucking shot. Or hitting a golf ball. When you hit a golf ball correctly and it goes ping, and it just flies perfectly straight for 230 yards, you know, and you're like, oh, and that's what firing that gun feels like every time you pull the trigger. It feels like you're just swinging that golf club and hitting that ball just perfectly. Every time. It's smooth, you know? I want an AR. I want an AR-15 for sure. Got to get a California legal AR-15. They're tricky. They keep changing the laws in my state. And it's hard to keep up with where they're at, you know. They're trying to ban everything. Donald Trump gets back into office, man, your gun rights won't be threatened for 8 years probably. He'll probably be president for 8 years, man. You know, he's going to manipulate that election. He's going to spend 4 years figuring out how to rig that election, man. Watch. He's going to buy out goddamn watch. He'll have the goddamn the company that supplies the voting machines. Watch. They'll be Trump machines. Oh, you can totally trust my Trump machines. They vote. You just vote for the Trump machines. Very good voting machines. They're the most trustworthy. They're as trustworthy as my first 4 years as President of the United States. The air conditioner found out that was a no-no. AR-14 is Joe Biden. The AR-14. Oh. Oh, really? You did? You put it out of its misery, huh? That's fucking hard, Jay. Stock on AR-15, they go hard. Yeah, we don't bump stop. We don't bump stock here in the United States anymore, bro. That's against the law. So we don't do that. Um, but AR-15, bro. I mean, you can do a lot of damage one shot at a time. Even more so sometimes, depending on the situation. You know, spraying bullets sometimes isn't the answer. You know, because a lot of those bullets are just wasted. If somebody's just taking their time and taking each target one by one, they're probably going to get a higher hit ratio, you know, on the single fire. So, let's check CNN headlines. I'm sure that the Republicans destroyed. You know, the New York went Democrat, and I believe there were two other races going on. Um, and I'm sure they both went Republican. I'm sure CNN has reported it in now. Like Smith and Wesson, big GOP victories in Virginia. Right? Right? GOP, that's the grand old party. That's the Republicans. So, New Jersey governor won. He won by 1,993 votes. Wow. 84 in. New Jersey. So it's too close to call that one. Virginia governor won by over 100,000 votes. It's not a landslide victory, but it's a huge victory for Republicans. Donald Trump will be the next president of the United States. Minneapolis rejects policing overhaul after protests against George Floyd's killing last year. Republicans flip the governor and lieutenant governor's offices in a warning to Democrats ahead of 2022 midterms. New Jersey governor's race is still tight. All right, there you go. Youngkin rolls back progressive gains in Virginia. CNN projects. Yeah, you think? It didn't go well for Texas at the Supreme Court. Oh, really? For women of Texas? Oh, good. On Monday, the contentious Texas abortion law seemed to be in trouble at the U.S. Supreme Court, but even if the court sides against Texas in one major abortion case, Roe v. Wade will still be at risk of being overturned in another. Okay. All right. There you go. There's your news, guys. Ashley, what's up? Straight six shooter. If you ain't winning, you're losing. Yeah, Donald Trump's going to be president of the United States again. And gun rights will be protected, and I'm going to make a lot more money through my company. I don't know what he's going to do with crypto, but my company will get less taxes. How do I get over someone that's rejected me? Can we call it cannabis instead of weed? That people voted Biden in. I think it's a mistake that people voted for either Trump or Biden. Personally. Can we call it cannabis, bro? And then I'll tell you what I think about how you get over someone who's rejected you. Yeah. Um, how do you get over someone that's rejected you? It takes a little time, but also you got to focus on yourself, and you've got to get involved in things that you love to do, that you're interested in. You know, get organized, do some things, catch up on some things that you neglected while you were trying to pay attention in a relationship or chasing somebody around. Maybe you neglected some other things in your life. Maybe you can get to those and help take your mind off it, let time pass, and then, it starts feeling a little better. It always hurts, man. Every rejection hurts for the rest of your life. It doesn't go away completely, but it hurts less and less and less and less and less. And hey, man, you might meet somebody that will totally make you forget about all those other people. When I was in my last relationship, that's how it was. I was the happiest person on the planet. I was so happy. That's how it works. 44 Magnum. That's got a little kick, huh? When you need to shoot fast and accurately in a situation, you need to have your faculties about you. I suggest the Glock 45 Auto 21, the Glock 21 45 Auto. It is just the smoothest thing. It's like shooting a fucking water gun, like a squirt gun. It's so easy. How are the plants they I harvested, bro? Here they are. Plants are all done. They're all cured. In fact, I'm sitting here trimming them just for the show, so I can put them in my jar. Oh, it's a mustache. I got a mustache. I don't like mustaches that much. Psst. Psst. Yeah, you want to see? Dabs on deck did? Can I see dabs, bruh? Yeah, it turned out okay. Ashley, you like that? So you guys remember that video of me setting my hair on fire? Hey, Kevin. How do you get that nice light color? It's just the strain, bro. You know? It's actually purple in many places. It's really dark. Thanks, Maddie. You guys remember that video where I set my hair on fire with that bong rip? I was sitting here with Lauren, her daughter, younger daughter, and still in school, right? And I said, "Yeah, I got this video of me setting my hair on fire because we were talking about it." I was like, "Check it out." We watched it, and she watched it, and the girl said, "She goes, what was that? A seed in the bowl that exploded?" And I go, "No." I go, "I was taking the lighter and I was filling up the ash catcher with butane." She goes, "Ash catcher." She says, "Does that have water in it?" And I go, "Yeah, it does." 15 years old, this girl. And I go, and I was filling it up with butane, and I said, and me lighting that bowl after filling it up with butane, it ignited, and it. She goes, "Yeah, I can see it blowing up inside the ash catcher." You guys, this girl's really smart. She's really smart, man. 15-year-old girl. I was like, wow, man. You know, and they're talking about they recommend her for expulsion for getting in trouble at school. She's super smart. It just shows you what they know at school, you know? Did I light my hair on fire purposely? No, it's on my YouTube channel, man. It's a video. I was doing a bong rip and I accidentally when I was holding the lighter, man, I was holding it straight down. You're not supposed to do that. And I was shooting butane right down into the fucking ash catcher, you know? And the ash catcher filled up with butane and ignited. Fired the lit bowl up on top of my head. And I fucking went like that. I picked the bowl up off the floor, put it back in the bong, and smoked it. It's hilarious. Hilarious video. It's only got like 500 views or some shit. I was like, wow, 500 views. Ooh. Some shit like that. Yeah, because someone would want to set their hair on fire. The USA did not legalize cannabis, Ashley. My state, California, did, but not the whole country. All right, guys. Well, I think we've got everything talked about that we had to talk about today. Donald Trump's going to be your next president here in the United States. Our next president. It's going to be a fucking nightmare, man. People are stupid, man. And people are sick of fucking the Democrats. We saw this coming years ago, guys. We've predicted this years ago, right here on the show. No surprise. You know, there was a time when my mom convinced me that Donald Trump wasn't going to do it. I was like, okay, I changed my opinion. My mom said, but this changes everything, man. This Virginia thing, this solidifies what I've been fearing now for the last year. Now, I didn't predict Joe Biden. I didn't know who was going to win that goddamn. Maybe you did, but not me. Ashley, you predicted Joe Biden, but not me. Yeah, not me. I didn't know if Donald Trump or Biden was going to win. I remember I wasn't voting in it and I didn't care. I hated both of them. But, man, I was glad to see Donald Trump get beat, man. Oh, that felt good. Anyway, you guys are a great audience. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the morning. A little later, probably, than 7 my time. You guys take care.